to the family meeting. I'm Thomas. This is my wife,
Lysandra.
I'm Catherine.
I'm Isabella.
I'm Abigail.
And I'm Violet.
And you can hear Coconut pitter-pattering around the house this whole time.
Yes, most definitely.
We are glad that you are here. We want to welcome you to episode 300 of the Family Meeting Podcast. It is episode 300, and we are super excited. So is Coconut. He is going absolutely nuts with his toy right now because he knows this is a family meeting. He knows it's episode 300, and so he's happy, and so are we. We are happy to welcome our daughters to the podcast again. These are our beautiful daughters, and every 100th episode we get to have a real, raw family meeting, and that's what we're doing today.
Yep.
So we want you girls to introduce yourselves again, okay? Because everybody, not everybody knows you. But also this time I want you to share how old you are so that people know. Okay, Catherine, you start.
Hi, I'm Catherine. I'm 20 years old.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Isabella. I'm 19 years old.
I'm Abigail, and I'm 18 years old.
And I'm Violet, and I'm 15 years old.
Fantastic. We are so glad that you girls are on here as our honored guests.
Good to be back.
Good.
So we're looking forward to a lot of fun things coming up. We got a lot of nice conferences that we're going to be happening different places around the country. Next one coming up is the National Small Groups Conference coming up in August 5th and 6th in Atlanta, Georgia. We're looking forward to that with Build Groups. We had a great time last year. We were in the Dallas area. This year, there's a couple different ones that are happening. We'll be at the one in Atlanta, August 5th and 6th. We look forward to seeing you there.
Mm-hmm. Now, girls, we are going to be going to this small group conference. We're going to be gone a couple of days. How do you feel about that?
It's just the usual, so nothing changed.
Okay.
So do you like it or not like it?
I don't really mind. I kind of just do my own thing, Mm-hmm. Yeah. We do miss you guys, but...
Yeah, we miss you. Like, I miss coffee time in the morning, but it's not like I see you guys a lot throughout the day anyways, so.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And the reason why they're saying that is because we are moving into adulthood with these kids. These kids are no longer kids, they're adults. And so everybody's kind of going their own direction, and the transition is happening.
So when we leave town, who is the first one to go and take over our room?
Abigail.
It's Abigail.
Always Abigail.
What? It's Violet.
As soon as you're out the door, you're like bringing in your comforter.
I'm not.
Backpack,
Have you seen
you're
Violet?
moving into your closet.
Listen, last time I didn't even go in there. Violet was camping out, watching stuff, and like all this. So why didn't you say her?
Because it's
always
usually
you, like,
always
almost
you.
always.
You take all your
Not anymore.
bathroom toiletry stuff and you lay it out on
That
the
was
counter.
once. That was literally once.
Many a time.
I will say this, I always know when someone has used my shower when I get home because I have my shower head in a very specific spot and I'm really particular about it. And sometimes I'll get into my shower after like we've been gone a couple days and I'm like, I'll shampoo my hair and I bump my head into the wall because my shower head has moved just this much.
I don't use your shower, just to let you know.
Okay. I don't mind. I've told them. They all know. They can use our bed. They can use our bathroom. They can use our shower.
Yep.
It's open season when we're gone. We're like, spread out, have fun, enjoy it. But, yeah.
I figured at least a couple of you would like it when we were gone because then you get to spread out.
Yeah. You have a
If
little more
somebody's
space.
watching something that I don't like to watch, then I go in your guys' room because you can
That
watch
is
your own
nice.
thing. So it's like two TVs,
Like sit on my bed and eat ice cream.
I've never done that.
Yeah.
Spill it all
I
over.
could do that.
No,
I could.
you only sit in mom's spot. You don't want to go in the danger zone of dad's spot.
Why do you sit in my spot?
Because if I do like spill something or whatever, you'll be more forgiving.
Well, most likely
also,
it's already
been
there.
spilled
Yeah.
in. What did you rolled over the other day and you had like food stuck to you from me eating
popcorn. It was
Yes,
popcorn. My whole back was covered in popcorn.
in bed? Not your whole back. He had one seed, one
Yeah,
kernel.
right.
One kernel and his whole back is covered. Okay. All right, we are going to share with you today some fun family memories, and we're also going to discuss family transitions because we are in so many different transitions today, and we're going to talk about it. And we want to have an honest conversation with you, with all six of us. We don't pull any punches. We don't put on a mask. You are going to see the true Osterkamps today, right, girls?
Oh, yeah.
Sure. Okay. We're going to be authentic, and we want to talk about change, growth, and letting go, which I'm struggling with. Okay.
So you mentioned letting go, so I want to mention this to our podcast listeners. Catherine is getting married. Spoiler alert. Sorry, I just spoiled some of what you're going to talk about. But she's getting married, and her fiance, Corey, just moved out of the house recently, got an apartment where they're going to live together after they get married. So Catherine was over there in between her cleaning jobs, and I went and I brought her Starbucks. And so you showed me around the apartment. It's like a cute little apartment and everything. And then it was time for me to go. And so said goodbye, closed the door, and I'm walking down the stairs, and I'm so sad.
Yeah.
Because it's like one of my daughters is moving out soon.
Be honest. Did you cry?
I had tears in my eyes, but
They didn't fall out?
They didn't. Didn't go to actual crying.
Okay. So what's the vote, girls? Did Daddy cry?
I would count that as crying.
Yeah.
I do too.
I think it's more
No,
like tearing
it's just
up.
a little moist. Yeah, tearing up. A
I
little
was
moisture in
tearing
the
up.
Yeah,
eye.
I say it's tearing up.
Because I teared up during the Sheep movie, like the Sheep
Oh my
Detective,
gosh.
but I didn't actually cry.
That's
All right, so
cute.
we went to see Sheep Detective
Last night.
It was so
It
cute.
was the best movie.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
it was
best
so
movie
good.
ever.
It was so good.
Raise your hand if you cried at Sheep Detective.
I teared up.
I teared up. I'm not raising
That's
my
not
hand.
crying.
Teared up counts.
Yeah.
Okay. Seriously, it's a cute little movie. But anyway, okay, so we're going to talk about transitions and everything. And we're going to share with you all the transitions that we are currently walking through. And we're going to talk about how everybody feels about it. Coconut has entered the podcast. Coconut, say hello. He has nothing. He has nothing to say.
He just licked the microphone.
He's a good boy. Okay, but before we get into this real stuff, the like helpful things, we just want to have a little fun. Okay? So today we are gonna play a game called Mystery Memory Lane. Woo! Woo! Yeah, what do you think about the title of our next segment?
Wah, wah, wah.
Terrible. All right, so before this, that's a great sound effect. You're officially in charge of sound effects. You're welcome. Before we started this episode, I told everybody the game we were gonna play, and I was like, "What should we call this segment?" And Catherine had the greatest idea: Mystery Memory Lane.
Greatest is an overstatement.
It's like the only idea.
I didn't hear any of you coming up with anything else, so I don't really want to hear it.
That's
That
right.
was a great name.
It was the only suggestion,
out of
so we went
pity.
with it.
Listen, as the head of the household, head of the family, I'm nixing that title.
All right. Well, you can't nix it until you come up with your own. That's
This
just as-
is Memory Mania.
That is better.
That's a lot better.
You all suck, baby. I'm sorry. But
Memory Mania.
Yes, that was good. Okay.
So what are we doing here?
We are
What is
playing
this?
Memory Mania. I am going to say a phrase or a word or something, and we're going to see what memories pop into your head. So, of course, should someone take away his squeaky toy?
No, just go.
Okay. Okay, so I am going to share the phrase, and we will see what you guys remember.
Okay.
I have ideas in my head where I'm going with this, but we're going to see where your minds go.
Okay.
So for this portion,
I'll try not to look at your phone.
I have been allowed to leave my phone on, even though Thomas hates it when my phone is on during an episode.
So I just want to be on the record right now that sometime in the next hour, this is going to be an issue. But go ahead.
Okay. All right, so here is the first thing I'm going to say. You don't even like ice cream.
Yes, we do.
All four of us girls
Our
would
kids
scream
are
it.
terrible. Our kids are terrible.
Not me. All four of
I
us
knew we
girls.
should have
What?
prepped.
No, this is because you didn't do it right.
I didn't do it right.
didn't do
It's
it right.
mom's fault.
No,
Wow.
so-
Surprise.
Here's how it should be. You girls don't even like ice cream.
Yes, we do! And that is what happened every single week on Friday Family Day.
You girls don't even like donuts. You girls don't even like this show or that show. Yeah.
And then they'd be like, yes, we do. And then Thomas would take them to do it. Okay, so epic fail for the first Memory Mania phrase.
But they were like small. Like when Catherine was like 3 and 4 and under. So
No, you did that up into their... You remember it, right, Violet?
Yes, I
Yeah,
do.
and
Yeah.
Violet's 5 years younger than Catherine.
yeah.
So, right, you
But that's
did
when
up.
it started.
That's when it started.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, agree. All right, next one.
Okay.
Raccoon hands.
I'm still not getting anything for this one.
Well, you weren't there.
Maybe I'll just leave
It was I'll inform you. It was at the Florida Keys, right? That's what it's called.
Oh.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
Key Largo, we were staying in like this little Airbnb, like a condo thingamajiggy. And we would take out the trash, and there were these huge dumpsters, like, lined up and everything. And these raccoons, like, millions of them, would just flock there, and, like, they would just, like, be all around the garbage and everything. It was super cute.
Who was there
Yeah,
the
because
first
they
time?
would-
Who was it with
It
me
was
the first time?
Catherine, and you.
Yeah,
Okay.
because we all went out to take the trash
Yeah.
out and walk Coconut.
And we all got
And-
so scared.
We got there and there were like raccoons everywhere, and they were like helping each other climb into the
Yes.
dumpsters. So there was like one doing the sister step for another, and then like two other ones holding up the actual lid of the
Yeah.
dumpster,
And, like, helping them
that everyone else could get
Wait.
in.
You have to explain what the sister step is
Oh,
because
yeah.
people don't
know the sister step, but
Some
the
do,
sister
yeah.
step started when they were very little.
Yeah. So what's
Okay.
sister step first of all?
So the sister step is when one sister would we would need something from like somewhere up high, but we were like tiny and short.
What do you mean
Word.
were?
Tiny.
She still needs the sister
Some
step.
of us were tiny and short. So we would be like, come on, let's do the sister step. So one sister would get down on all fours, and the other sister would step on like a step stool, and you would reach it, and then you would, yeah.
So one sister became the step stool. The other sister would stand on her back
Yeah.
to reach the items that
So
you
the
couldn't-
raccoons
And we
were
still
doing that.
use it.
Yeah, the raccoons
They
were
still
literally
use it.
doing that.
Yeah, and what's so funny is like
use it?
they were teeny tiny, and one of them, like you would be in the other area of the house, and you would hear one of them go, "Sister step," and then the other sisters would come running and just get down on the floor on all fours.
Yeah.
It was like the cutest thing.
remember
You guys
that.
are adorable. Yeah, funny little
But
thing.
back to the Keys and the raccoons. One little raccoon was stuck. Like they all ditched him, and he was stuck in the dumpster and couldn't get out. And so I went and we were looking for sticks and limbs and stuff to try to like put in there so that he could get out.
Yeah,
was really
you freed the
sad.
little raccoon. But you guys,
I've never seen so many raccoons in my entire life though.
Yeah.
the key word of raccoon hands was not for the
No,
Florida
that's
Keys.
my memory.
Yes, you remember it?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
go.
my memory.
That's the one that I had in mind.
Raccoon hands is from when we were like really little. We were going hiking up to that like tower thing. I don't know where that place was.
Yeah.
But it was like this tower in the middle of the woods, and we would always play like princesses. And so all of us girls were the princesses, and Mom was the queen, and Dad was like the evil wizard.
Of
He was
course.
trying to get all the princesses. So he goes up to me and he turned me into a raccoon, and then he said, "Show me your little raccoon hands." And I would go put my hands out real wide.
Yeah.
And
So
so
you-
that's what that memory is actually from.
Is that the cutest memory?
Yeah. Was that the park that was right near Cedar Rapids or the one towards Des Moines?
It was Palisades near Cedar
Palisades,
Rapids.
okay.
However, we did go hiking to a tower in the woods, and the sign at the beginning of the trail said "Tower this way" with an arrow.
Yeah.
And it kept saying "Tower this way" with an arrow, and we'd walk for like another mile and another mile. And you guys were little. Like Violet was probably 3 or 4. And
It felt like forever.
I think it was probably like 5 miles.
Yeah.
Which is way too long for our kids. But when we got there, we had so
I don't
much
think it was
fun
quite
at that tower.
that far, but
It was so long, and it was raining. That
what's
didn't help.
funny though is we get down from the tower and we just keep going the other way, and the car was right there.
Yeah.
So it was like if we just come the other way, we would have been right to the tower. It's
You
crazy.
know, we should really learn to read maps sometime. All right, next phrase for memory mania. Swim lessons.
Swim lessons.
The first thing that pops into my head is that Bluey episode.
No, not Bluey. This is way before Bluey.
I do.
Yeah, no, this is way before Bluey. Okay, I'll give you another little hint. Your father teaching you to swim.
Yeah. Teaching?
Yeah,
Hey.
teaching.
Strong.
Do all of you know how to swim?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay then.
All right.
I remember being thrown into the pool though.
No, he never threw us, because what happened was like,
Oh, yeah, he did.
I was short, and then Dad was like holding me, and we were going towards the deep end, and I was telling Dad, I'm like, don't let me go, don't let me go. He's like, I won't let you go, I won't let you go. I'm like, don't let me go, because I knew he was gonna leave me in the middle of the pool. And guess what he did? He let go, and he starts going back to the shallow end, and I just remember shrieking, calling for him to come back, and he was just like over there laughing. It was dramatic.
And that's your swim lesson.
Yeah.
I remember.
No,
that.
he threw me in.
He
Yeah,
definitely
definitely.
threw Abigail in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Abigail
Well,
was
my-
like a monkey, though. She wouldn't let go of him.
My thought was like, when I'm older, I'm gonna be tall enough to reach the deep end, so I don't need to learn to swim.
Yeah. How's that work when you're out in the ocean?
It did not work.
This girl has swam so far out in the ocean. It's insane how far
Yes.
she swam.
Yes, Abigail is the
Definitely can't
little
touch
swimmer.
the bottom.
But I will say this, when you used to take Abigail to do swimming, and this was in hotels when we were on vacations or family days, and you would just have her in the water and she would scream at the top of
Oh
her
yeah,
lungs.
and
in
she would
your
hold
ear.
on, scratch me, like yeah.
She was terrified. But now look at how so Daddy did it. I feel like this is a success story.
Boom.
It's a win.
Oh, good job.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Okay. How about this one? Nighttime scripture.
Go ahead, Catherine. Do you want to go? No, you can go.
Oh, we were just talking about this the other day. I would not have remembered
It was
this.
a long time ago.
I would not
now.
have remembered
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, picture this. It's nighttime. You are a little kid, and your parents say, it's time for bed, and you go, oh no, because you know what's coming. They would get out the what is that?
CD.
The CD player.
Compact disc.
Yeah, it was like that little box rounded thingy, and it had the speakers, and you would push play. And then they would get out this Bible CD of like, it would like read you the Bible, and it was always that guy who was like, John 1, you know, that deep voice guy. And so everything was fine until it got to a certain part where it would skip. So it's just reading, and then it skips. So then all you hear for the next hour and a half is John. I
do not remember
I
this.
must have been really small because I don't remember it.
No, I
But
don't.
here's the issue. So like most people would be like, oh, just turn it off. But then here's what would happen. You would turn it off, and Mom and Dad would come in to check and be like, why is this off? And they would turn it back on. So then everything was fine until John.
That's so funny.
That is funny. So we were trying to like really help them to ingest scripture, and like we wanted them to know the word of God and love the word of God, and it was an epic fail.
Yeah. So you talk about bedtime and routine and stuff, and so that reminds me of what we were talking about the other day, because as we talk about in our book, Discipline That Works, Amazon.com.
Nice plug.
But as we were talking about in that book, and we've talked about it on the podcast before, bedtime was like a discipline thing. Like when it's time to go to bed, you go to bed.
Yes.
And so these girls were reminiscing about spying and making sure when Dad was coming or not.
Oh yeah. Catherine, that was your job, right?
Yep. That was my job. My job was to listen for if Dad got up, and I would make everyone be quiet. So I was the one who was always like paying attention to the other room. And if I heard Dad get up and footsteps coming towards his door, I would always go, girls, shh, 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 everyone be quiet, and we would all pretend to be asleep.
Because you were the only one who could hear.
Yeah, I was the only one who could hear it well enough. And so then I would have everybody wait and be quiet, so that you could hear when Dad would open our door and like look in to make sure. And he would usually always say something like, go to sleep or something like that, even if it looks like we were asleep.
Yep. And he would just like stand with the door open, like looking in and just like waiting. And then everybody would hold their breath and be like,
It was like a horror movie.
Seriously. Okay, but then here is like the pivotal part of making sure that nobody gets caught is when he closes the door. You need to wait until you hear his footsteps walk away. Because usually what would happen is he would close the door and he would wait behind the door, thinking he could outsmart us.
couldn't outsmart you.
So you would wait, and the girls would always be like, is it like good? Can we like come out? And I would be like, no, shh. Because I could hear when he walked back to his room and closed the door and walked back and got into bed. And then I was like, okay, we're good.
Curse that old house.
Yeah. All right, we have to tell you guys what was happening on the other side of the door. So, do you guys remember the one time when you were naughty and you wouldn't go to sleep? And Daddy came in and he was like, "You're all gonna get spankings." But you guys were like really upset, and Daddy was pretty upset. So he's like, "I'll come back in a minute." So he shuts the door, and we are on the other side of the door listening to your conversation. And everyone's crying, and Catherine is saying to the other 3 sisters, girls, this is all my fault. I'm so sorry I got you into this mess. And she's like, it's my fault. And then the other girls would be like, no, Catherine, it's not your fault. We all were naughty. And you guys were talking back and forth. We're on the other side of the door,
dying,
laughing so hard as quietly as we can. We were like this.
Yeah.
Laughing like that. It was so funny.
Yeah.
So there were things happening on both sides of the door. Mm-hmm. All right. For your next
Well, and for the longest time,
Yeah.
they thought if the door was closed, like nobody could hear him outside the door.
They
so
did.
It was
Yeah.
like you just stand there and wait for him, and it's like,
Yeah.
bust it. And I'd
Yeah.
fling the door open real fast,
he
like,
would.
what are you doing here?
Okay. What comes to mind when I say baby birds? Chirp, chirp, chirp.
No.
Oh, I know. I'm just gonna go first. I know that somebody.
Go ahead.
else-
Go ahead.
Okay.
You're good.
So we lived in Iowa in like this really, not really big, but big 2-story house, and these birds kept on making nests right in the window of the second-story window, and they kept on laying their eggs over and over, but they just didn't get the hint when their baby chicks would like be born and everything and hatch, and then they would fall onto our like our walkway. Remember that?
Yeah, the sidewalk.
Yeah, and like
What?
every once in a while we would find them.
I totally forgot
I don't
about that,
remember
but
this.
yeah, she's absolutely right. It happened multiple
we found
times.
so many dead baby birds.
It was
on our
horrible.
Over.
Yeah.
It was
That's
horrible,
crazy.
but that's not at all what I was going for. I was
Oh, that's
Sorry,
what I
guys.
thought of.
I was
That's what I thought
not
of, too.
steering you to
Oh, okay.
dead baby
So
birds.
I'm not the
No.
only crazy one. Okay, good.
No, what I thought of was when Mom would chew up food and then she would spit it into my mouth.
No, into your mouth. Okay, I'm just happy you didn't say
Our mouths.
Okay, that never happened. No, girls, don't you remember?
I don't know.
You
Tell
were
us.
the baby birds. You don't remember?
What are you talking
Spit
about?
food into our mouth?
I did not chew and spit food into anybody's mouth. No, you
Tell
guys don't
us.
remember. Oh, I'm so sad. Okay, I'll remind you. So what you would do is you girls would line up in a row and pretend to
think I
be
remember.
baby birds, and I would take fishy crackers, goldfish crackers.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Okay, now what happened?
You would just pop it into our mouths. and
No,
like,
we would
chirped.
tilt our heads up and then we would go cheep 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 cheep.
Yes, and then I would drop the fishy
Yeah.
into their little beaks.
Yep.
Do you remember it, Isabella?
Kind of. Mostly,
do.
I just remember the dead baby birds on our sidewalk.
Wow, that's horrible. Memoromania is disturbing.
Do you remember when one of the baby birds it survived
Yes.
like the landing, so it was just like cheeping down on the sidewalk.
No.
So
Yeah.
so I
And they tried to nurse it back to hell.
no.
Yeah,
so
we tried to save it.
We made a little nest for it in this like little box, and
Yep.
then we would smush up worms and feed it to it, and
Yeah.
it was eating it for a while, but then it died.
It turned
Yeah.
green. Remember? It turned green. It was still
It's
alive.
buried. It was buried in our backyard.
Now it's at the Airbnb.
What did you girls name that bird?
It was Byron.
Byron. Yes, because my tiny little girls are out there digging for worms, smashing worms up, and feeding it to this half.
with a fork
half
that
a-
we threw away.
No, we still have that fork.
No.
Stick the fork in where.
Yeah, I think the fork was its grave marker.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Mom was mad one day because she was going.
Yeah.
She's like, "Why is there a fork in here?"
And then she ate with it.
We don't know where Byron's buried now.
Where did he go?
Yeah, yeah.
Sad when
We had a little funeral for Byron.
We did.
Yeah.
I do not remember this at all.
Okay. What do you remember when I say playing restaurant?
Playing restaurant.
I remember the children's, whatever that's
Museum.
called. Museum. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I thought that too.
Yeah, and you guys would always like order pizza, and Dad would be like, "Make sure there's not this on it or whatever."
The play pizza.
You know?
Yeah.
and we would always make pizza for you guys and like make you pay and stuff.
And every time you brought the
serve you.
pizza, I was like, this is delicious. And Daddy was like, this is terrible. I hate it. And he would like send it back.
I was like Gordon Ramsay.
That isn't what I was
Idiot
thinking
sandwich.
Yeah.
I remember always fighting over which like foods we got like when we were playing out in the
Front porch?
the front porch.
Yeah.
Because we had like only a certain amount of good little food toys.
Yeah.
They were like little plastic fake food, and so we would always like be really mad when someone got the good stuff.
Yeah. And then how?
Grabber.
Yep. Tell people what gribber grabber is because that makes no sense to anybody.
It was when Usually Barbies, but
But it worked with kitchen food too.
yeah, it would work with
Legos,
anything.
everything.
Legos. Yeah.
We would put everything into a pile, and then we would. What did we do? Like rock paper scissors to go see who went first.
Yeah.
Okay.
With each category though, because like with Barbie stuff, what we would do is like, oh, clothes is one thing. You know, the Barbies is another thing. The shoes are something, and then the
pile.
furniture is something.
Okay.
So we would each take turns on going first with who would get to pick, and we all go around picking what we want from the pile.
And when we say everything, we don't mean everything.
Oh,
Because
you
if
would
were
secretly
smart,
hide stuff.
You had a stash of stuff that you would hide until you picked it on your turn. Okay? You know, like you see that good dress over there, you just slip it under your leg and wait.
And then everyone would go, wait, where did that one dress go?
Like it was in the pile, you know, under the
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, and who called it Gribber Grabber first?
I don't know.
Tilly.
I think we all made that.
Who the heck is Tilly?
She was some girl from church.
Tilly.
Yeah,
I know who Tilly
we
is.
know
yeah.
who Tilly
I know
is.
who Tilly is.
Tilly's
Yeah,
Tilly.
yeah.
Really?
Funny.
Yeah, it was Tilly.
Interesting.
She taught us.
I didn't
have
know where it
no
came
idea
from.
who
I
that
just
is.
remember
So
you guys
why
always
did we
called it
mention
Gribber Grabber. Because talking about the kitchen toys out in the front porch.
I got you.
But
I
when
loved how the kitchen toys were all relegated to just the front porch.
Yeah, no,
Mom,
that's
that
where
was
all the
yeah.
toys were.
Our tours couldn't be anywhere else, or else Mom would
Crash out.
have a meltdown.
yes,
Crash
yeah,
out.
Definitely
it
crash
was
out.
the front porch was the toy room. We can just call it the toy room.
It's -4 degrees outside.
We're literally not saying
The candles are melting.
Go play toys
They did.
in the desert.
She's like, go play with your toys.
The candles melted out there. Yeah.
The candles did melt out there, and
It was
so did my
nothing-
children.
It was nothing but like sunlight, and it was just.
No, but not only
No,
that,
seriously,
you
buy
were
our
enclosed
parenting
in a
book,
box.
Amazon.com.
You were enclosed in a box too, so there wasn't any breeze.
Yeah,
Like,
the
it
windows
was
did
worse.
not
It was
open.
hotter
The
than
windows
outside.
did not open.
That isn't true. Some of them were stuck open.
Yeah.
Suffocation.
We rock.
Yeah.
That wasn't even the memory that I was going for.
Oh.
Oh, what?
What?
Don't think front porch. Think back porch.
What was the
Pretend
thing again?
restaurant. Pretend restaurant.
Oh, I know. That's when she used to lock us outside.
Oh boy.
So we, at our old house, there was this window right off the front porch that led
No,
into
back
the kitchen,
porch.
the back porch that led into the kitchen. So in the summertime when it was like no more screen time or anything, she would say, "Go play outside,"
We didn't
and we
have
were all
screens.
like,
Yeah, you did.
"Oh no!" Because she used to like literally, we would go outside and we wouldn't be allowed back inside for hours.
And there's no trees. Yes, it was.
It was
hours.
hours.
No trees in the yard at all. Okay, there is no shade. It's 95 degrees and freaking humid. And she's like, "Go have fun outside."
All of us would just sit on the porch.
Yeah, we would like sit on the porch and wait and pray that she forgot to lock the door. None of this is true. Come on through the window.
What the actual memory is. So
That's what you remember. It was probably 20 minutes, and I remember you
It was
playing.
not 20 minutes.
was not
We
20
would play on the
minutes.
trampoline though, but eventually when we all got bored, we would wait by the
No,
steps
because
and be
the
like,
trampoline,
"Please let us
the
in."
trampoline would get hot because it was a black like.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when we finally got the trampoline, we would like hide under it for shade. But before that, I remember that though. It was just the swing sets, and the plastic would hot; it would burn you, so you couldn't play on the swings. And that little like playhouse thing didn't actually have a roof; it was like 2x4s with like gaps in the ceiling.
Yes.
So there's no shade there.
Imagine mom coming out. Where's the children? Oh my gosh, they're under the trampoline.
Really? Oh my God.
No, she's like, how cute. They're out there playing house.
We were playing Stray Cats.
We're looking for our only shade in this desert.
Okay, but back to the actual memory. She would pass us like food and water through the
rations.
window. It was like a homeless shelter.
There was no ice in that water.
Yeah, so I wasn't even drinking.
Water, we
There's
need
ice.
water. No, same.
We did not play homeless shelter. We played restaurant.
You were playing
Whatever you-
restaurant.
You guys,
Yeah. Whenever you would tell yourself to be a great parent.
do you guys not remember me taking your order?
I think it was worse in the winter.
No,
though.
I remember
I
that.
took your order. We were playing.
I kind of remember that maybe.
I remember you taking orders.
Yeah, and there's only one thing you could order: mac and cheese.
peanut butter and jelly.
or quinoa.
I like quinoa.
You could have
No.
quinoa.
Was
That's
she
enough.
taking orders or giving orders?
And she was like, what do you want? And we'd be like this. And she'd be like, here's your food. It was not that.
It was whatever I made that day.
Have your broccoli.
It would always be
She'd
broccoli.
shape it into a pizza shape.
Yes. I did go through a lot of phases where we only ate healthy and
Cheerios with no honey.
Cheerios with no honey, like no sugar, no anything. It was all broccoli and quinoa and
No, yeah, we with the Cheerios we had to add our own honey because she wouldn't get the glazed ones.
Yeah, should we get the good ones with flavor?
Well, that's because we couldn't afford it. But that sugar was too expensive.
Yeah, but we did get juice from the government, but we weren't allowed to have that either.
That's actually true. We had Wick.
Yeah.
We had Wick, and they would give juice, which was 100% juice, but it was so sugary, so I wouldn't let them have it.
No juice.
No, because we would go in downstairs in our basement. There was like a
Wall of
shelf,
juice?
a shelf on the wall, and it would just like had juice. But we never got any of the juice.
I would put it out at birthday parties or church things so that you could have a cup, but you weren't going to drink a gallon
Our
of juice.
government juice to these rich people who can afford presents.
Hey, that government juice was actually really good juice.
Daddy likes it.
We never got the juice.
Your mom was down there making church wine out of the government juice.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, that concludes Memory Mania for today.
And our episode is over.
Yeah, you wish.
That was the last one?
I have more, but I feel like we need to actually get into something.
We got time.
Productive. Listen, this is how every single family meeting goes in the Osterkamp house. Is it not?
Every single.
Go meeting goes.
All right, I got one for you. Ice cave.
About this on. I think we talked about it on episode
Every
200.
episode ever.
Yeah, that's
I thought we weren't allowed to talk about
it is the best memory
Well,
because
for a
it's
while
so
we weren't allowed
wild.
to talk about it because I don't think Mom wanted us to say butt crack.
That is true.
Butt crack.
Now you are allowed to say butt crack. So
I still can't believe like the odds of him standing up and that icicle being right there to fall on his butt. Like how does that?
okay, Isabella, tell our viewers, tell our listeners what happened.
So we like to go exploring, and since we lived in Iowa, it was often winter. So what?
It was usually winter.
More often
Okay,
than
but
not.
you were just talking about sweating and dying, and you're like, often winter.
That thankfully only lasted for like 2 months. where
All
we were
of
sweating
your
and
memories
dying.
are like hideous, horrible, terrible.
No, she just has a thing with temperature like you do, where if it's not exactly perfect, she crashes out.
I actually don't mind being cold, but
Okay.
I don't like being hot at all.
Right.
So anyway, we are going to explore this cave, and it's called the Ice Cave. So you can imagine there's ice in it.
Yeah.
So the whole time we're
Really?
like crouching, trying not to slip and fall and die because it's on a slope
Yep.
Yeah,
And
that's
there
true.
was ice the whole way through on
And
the
there's,
floor.
like,
yes.
glossy
Yeah.
ice.
all
Yes.
the way down. And
So
then
fun.
there's like icicles hanging from the ceiling. So Dad's going in first because he usually goes in first as a sacrifice. And
Yeah.
he's like crouching. He's like got his arms out trying not to slip and die. And his pants like are showing
Plumber's
his butt
crack.
crack a little bit. It's already funny.
Plumber's
Hey,
crack.
in my defense, Mom didn't let me know how fat I was.
I didn't know that was my job. Now I know.
I looked pregnant.
Self-burn.
So I can't remember exactly how it happens, but I think he either stands up at the wrong time or whatever. But an icicle just breaks and falls perfectly right into his butt crack.
Yes.
And so
then
then
he
obviously
yells.
he's freaking out because there's a cold icicle in his butt crack. And I think didn't you fall? I feel
I
like
did
yeah,
fall.
you did.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah, that is like.
See, if I hadn't gone first, that could have been y'all's butt crack.
Nuh-uh, because none of ours
Our
were
pants
showing.
fit. Our
Oh.
pants fit.
Oh,
I swear you didn't wear a belt, did you?
Yes, I had a belt on.
He's always wearing
My
a belt.
back fat was just that big.
oh my goodness. That's terrible.
Okay, so every single family meeting that we as the Osterkamps have comes down to me trying to get the meeting back on the rails to talk about something important or something of value, and Daddy taking it another direction. So I'm going to be the mature adult and try to get us to talk about
How
something.
about one more
real.
memory?
Oh man, here we go.
Poop monster.
So sometimes, instead of the accursed John CD, we were able, Mom and Dad would just tell us a story before we went to bed. And usually Mom would tell it and it would be about the princesses or the fairies and oh, it's so cute. But then sometimes Dad would tell the story because Mom would like go into the other room or something. And it would always be about the poop monster who was going to like get us. And I remember being genuinely scared because he would like make the scratching noises and like different ways the poop monster came to get us. And like every time the poop monster got one of us, we would become like a different type of poop monster, like a diarrhea monster.
How did the poop scratch?
I don't. Did it have nails? That's part of the fear factor.
Peanuts. It had peanut fingernails.
Yeah, and then
Gross.
eventually Mom would like come in and be like, Thomas, what are you telling them?
That's accurate.
I got in trouble a lot, actually, for that.
Yes, you did. In fact, you're in trouble right now for saying poop on the podcast. You know better.
I never said poop on the podcast.
You did
just
too.
said-
You said poop monster.
Yeah, I said poop, but I didn't say poop on the podcast. You said poop on the podcast
Oh
first.
my goodness. All right. Are we ready to get for real now? Yes. Say yes. Say yes.
For now.
Okay.
I'll think of something else.
We're
in there.
getting real. All right, we're getting real. Listen, our family is changing a lot. There's growing independence in this family, and family dynamics are shifting. There are a lot of emotions, new responsibilities, and future plans are happening, and there's a lot of transitions happening in this family.
Well, and I think about, 100 episodes is the last time we were all 6 on together. So that's nearly 2 years and a lot of transition.
Yeah, that's crazy. 2 years ago, girls. You've grown up a lot. Things are changed. And so right now, what we want you girls to do is share with everyone what your transition is that you're going through right now, because each and every one of you are going through something big. And we're going to start youngest to oldest this time. So Violet, that means you get to go first.
I'd say my transition right now is going into the volleyball season by myself without any sisters, which is the first time for this year.
How do you feel about that?
I'm excited to have something be my own thing and
Okay, cool.
having my own team.
Do you
Really
have
fun.
anything about it that scares you?
No, not really.
Good.
Because I know the team and stuff.
Yeah, you do.
And then I'm also going to be dual enrolled in Daytona State College in Palm Coast. Excuse me. And so I'll be going to the campus and having actual classes, which I've never done before, so I'm really scared about that. But also excited because it's something new.
I love it. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Shuggy, what's new?
You like reacted. My Siri went on to you. That's funny.
Oh, your Siri went on to me?
I don't know. You said stuff
You
and
said
then the
Shuggy,
speaker.
and her phone thought she said,
Oh,
"Hey Siri."
It
everybody
didn't work. Yeah, I was like looking at phones.
Okay.
So my transition would probably be just I graduated and yes, thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations for graduating high school.
Yeah. And so I'm going to go on to my trade school, cosmetology, and I think it's going to be pretty fun. I'm really excited to like start school that I really want to learn. So I feel like it won't feel like work for me. You know, it won't feel like actual school.
Yep.
And then I'm a little bit nervous though because I'm going to be balancing like school and then immediately go to work and then sleep and like do that all over again. And I feel like I probably won't have like any free time in the beginning.
Welcome to adulthood.
Yeah.
I know.
She turned 18 and
kinda
it's like,
sad.
"Wah, wah."
Bam. Yeah. But you are living it up this summer. Like this summer is
Yes.
going to be a great summer for you.
Yeah.
And then it gets pretty real.
Did you just say living it up?
I did. What do you think about that?
I think that's really
I think
lame.
Grandma would love it.
Locked! You guys are so mean. Okay, Isabella, tell us about your transitioning. What are you going through right now?
I'm gonna be a senior in college. That finally.
Finally, after 1 year.
It's been like 4 years. For
I know.
me.
Isabella did dual enrollment for those of you who don't know. So she got her associate's degree in high school, started at Flagler College as a junior.
Yeah.
And so she is now she's in her summer between her junior and senior year.
Yep.
Continue.
I'm moving back home, which is kind of annoying because I gotta find a place to put all my stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
How did the first year go?
I mean, good. It was long.
What
Not
did you
long.
really like about it?
What did I really like about it? The classes were good. Yeah.
How did you do with grades?
Good. A's.
A's.
I love how she's just like good.
Dean's list every year. Isabella's not going to give you more information
I
than you
mean,
ask.
I don't know if I'm on the dean's list yet. I was the first semester, but
First semester.
yeah. I thought I was gonna get my first B, but I came in clutch. So
Nice.
Nice. Good job. And then you will have another transition in August here in the house itself.
oh yeah, Catherine's gonna be moving out because she's getting married. So
You stole my thing!
Dad already stole it. Mom's leading me. I wasn't gonna say anything.
Hey, blame mom. You should have gone first because
All
Then
right.
mine comes into everybody's.
Yeah,
it does.
I was
That's
gonna
true.
leave it for you, but
Blame mom.
So,
This episode is subtitled Blame Mom.
we all do.
we'll finally, for the first time in 19 years, not have a roommate.
How do you
19
feel
years.
about that?
Fine.
Because, like, when Isabella was born, Catherine would get out of her toddler bed and she would climb in the crib with Isabella.
Every single night.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm gonna like having my own space, but I think it will be sad.
Yeah.
You're gonna miss me, twin.
You're gonna miss me, twin. Now you have to be with Corey.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that.
Okay, Catherine, you have probably the biggest, most radical transition happening of anyone.
But what is it?
What could it be? Is everybody sitting down for this? I'm getting married.
What?
You didn't even know.
Tell us about your engagement, how that happened.
So, it was an emotional roller coaster because we started officially like being together on March 24th. So that's our anniversary. It's a really special date to me. And Corey knows this, so this year I had this feeling like it's gonna happen on our anniversary. So
Which would be your 3-year anniversary.
yes, 3-year anniversary. It's big, it's special, it's important. So all the months leading up to it from like, I don't know, November, from my birthday basically, because here is a little special top secret information for everybody. On my 20th birthday, we went and we looked at wedding dresses, just our family.
We surprised you. You didn't even know we were going to do
so
that.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
It's like towards the end of the day, and they're like, we have one more thing that we think would be really fun to do. And I was like, okay, I'm totally down for whatever. And they're like, do you want to go try on wedding dresses right now? And I was like, what? Yes. And I was actually really concerned though, because I was like, we cannot tell Corey, like nobody can know, because I didn't want to like scare him off or anything.
Right.
You know?
We didn't post. We didn't talk about it. It was a Osterkamp
was a
family secret for months.
I was just praying he did not check my location at that moment.
Yes.
Because that would have
Well,
been
it was in the mall.
We were at the mall, so
That was a
Say-
little bit safe, hopefully.
Yeah, just say you were going for like Isabella to get her bridesmaid dress.
Yeah, so
Which
we had
Isabella did get that day.
we had lies
look
in
at,
place.
look at.
We had lies and fibs in place. So, so like I just had a feeling that it was gonna happen on the 24th, and like the week leading up to it, he was being like really like suspicious, and it was so funny. We went to the beach as like a group with my sisters, Corey, and then my friend Michaela, and we were all just like chilling on the beach blanket, and he was like, you know, you should have Abigail do your nails, and I was like, you think so? And he was like, yeah, and Michaela was like, smooth. And I looked at her and I was like, dude, chill. I'm trying to make him think that I don't have any expectations for Tuesday. So yeah, it was really funny. But like, obviously there were signs. So the day comes and I'm getting ready and I'm like trying to think like, oh, when is it going to happen? I need to have all this stuff so that I can be ready.
Do you remember the conversation that I had with you while I was doing your hair that morning?
Yes. Mom was like, now listen, I know that we have some expectations for today, but I feel like we shouldn't get our hopes up just in case it doesn't happen. And she was like trying to talk me down, and I'm like, Mom, I'm already up there, so like there's no point. Like if it doesn't happen, I'm gonna be super sad because my expectations are already super high.
I was like, I want you to be emotionally prepared to not be proposed to today.
Well, and I want to cut in because a couple weeks before this, Corey came over to the house and he asked for Catherine's hand in marriage.
Yes.
and we kept it a secret so that nobody knew
Right.
that he had come to talk to me, because that was one of the stipulations Catherine had, was you have to ask my dad. So the morning of, I'm trying not to see Catherine at all because I don't want her to ask me if Corey has asked,
Right.
because I don't want to spoil it.
Well, and I was instructed to lie. If I would ask if you were proposed to, I was instructed to lie, and I'm a horrible liar. And so what I tried to think about was like, okay, if I didn't know that Corey was going to ask Catherine to get married today, what would I say? And that was why I did that whole like be emotionally prepared to not be proposed to. I was trying to put myself in there.
No, that was good. That was good move. That was a good move.
No, but I actually thought it was weird that Dad wasn't like I could kind of feel like you were avoiding me, and I was
He
like,
was.
I was like, wow, it's like a kind of a special day for me, and Dad's not even like around.
Yeah.
But now I know. So yeah, so he gets there in the morning, and we went out to breakfast, and like he said that he had a special surprise at 4, and so in my mind I'm thinking, oh my gosh, it's happening at 4. So like I'm like shaking the entire day. I'm so excited. So we get breakfast, we go shopping, and then it's like 3, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Like I'm trying not to freak out. And so he's like, are you ready to go to the surprise now? And I was like, yeah, I'm totally ready. Like whatever. Totally ready. Whatever. Sure. Yeah. And so we're driving, and I'm thinking, like, where around here is he gonna propose? Because it's like, it's like,
Coconut's drinking out of someone's glass.
yeah, I can hear the ice.
Coconut.
Having a nice latte right now.
Coconut is having a nice latte.
I'll get him.
What is that going to do to him? It can't be.
It's gonna make him poop.
I was gonna say, I hear some like ice jingling around.
Yeah, I was like, ain't no way.
Oh my goodness. That is
Is it coffee? It was.
I told you guys, I could hear it. I could
Oh
hear
my
it.
gosh, she drank a lot. Was that full?
It wasn't full.
Coconut loves coffee.
Look at him. He's like,
Daddy's going to get him some water
Oh, he was
because.
thirsty.
Yeah. All right, Catherine, continue on. Now, your 4 o'clock surprise.
Yes, so we're in like the middle of like Daytona area, and like in the city, and I'm like, where around here is he gonna propose? Because I told him, I was like, I want it somewhere nice, and I want there to be like pictures of it, you know. And so I'm like, he probably has a plan. Like, this is what I'm thinking. He has a plan. He's totally got this. So we pull up to the Daytona Aquarium, and he's like, this is your surprise. And I'm not even gonna lie, I was like shattered. I was like, oh my gosh, it's not happening. So like in that moment, I have like only a few seconds to be like, okay, it's gonna be fine. Have a good time. He'll drop you off tonight, and then we can let all the emotions out. So I was like, because I didn't want to make him feel bad.
For not proposing.
Yeah,
like.
because like he planned this really special, and I'd been telling him multiple times for like maybe months that I did want to go to this aquarium. So it was very thoughtful. So he's like, are you excited? Like, and stuff. And I'm like, I take a deep breath, and I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So like the whole time while we're at this aquarium, which is super cool, by the way, I'm very happy because I'm still with Corey. I'm at the aquarium, which I love to do. But at the same time, I'm like super sad because I thought it was going to happen, and it's not happening. So like we go, and we're walking around the aquarium, and we stay there. Now that I'm like thinking back, we stayed there for like a lot longer than what we like probably should have. Like there were times where he was like, oh, do you want to like walk around again? And or he would be like, let's just sit down for a second. And I was like, I'm still like kind of disappointed. So I was just like going with it, like, yeah, okay, sure.
He's stalling.
Literally. And now that I've looked back, I'm like, he was totally stalling.
Yeah.
And he was very suspicious with his phone, okay? Like super suspicious. He was checking it all the time. Like, I don't know how I wasn't like, something is weird.
He was super nervous.
He was so nervous. Like, he had so much nervous energy, which was, like, one of the reasons why I thought it was going to happen. So, anyway, we finally get down at the aquarium, and he was like, do you want to drive A1A to go back? And I was like, yeah, sure. And at this point, I'm having a very hard time keeping my, like, sadness in check. So I was like, I just have to hold it together. And I'm like, please let me hold it together. I just have to get home.
Like, I'll cry when I get home.
Yeah, literally, I'll cry when I get home. And so he lets me pick the music on the drive there, which is super sweet because he doesn't like my music. And we drive, and we go past where we usually turn off of A1A to go home, which I was like, that's a little weird, but whatever, because I'm still sad.
So the whole time, like, we know exactly when it's going to happen.
When and where.
So I'm watching your location, and I'm like, oh, they're driving A1A now, which for those of you who don't know what A1A is, you need to listen to Vanilla Ice a little bit more. But it goes right along the Atlantic Ocean. And so I know, like, he's going to propose on the beach at this certain spot. And so, like, I'm giving updates to the whole family, like, it's happening, like, she's on their way, they're almost there.
Yeah. So we get to North 4th Street in Flagler Beach, which is, like, where we usually go. It's very special. We have church there, you know. So we get there, and he pulls off on the side of the road, and he parks, and he says, do you want to go down to the beach and just, like, go for a walk? And I was like, what? Like, in my head, I was like, that's weird, because the weather was not great, people.
It was overcast.
Super overcast, super windy. It was going to rain at any second. So I was like, this is so weird. But I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Did you suspect at that moment?
No. Because I was still really disappointed from 4 o'clock.
He nailed it.
He did. He nailed it so good. So, I was like, yeah, sure, let's go. Obviously, I didn't say it like that because I was still trying to not make him feel bad.
Yeah.
Or show him that I was really upset. So he's like, okay, cool. And he gets in the back of his truck, and he's, like, going through our shopping bags. And he was like, I'm just going to make sure that nothing in here is going to, like, fall or something.
What?
Because I'm taking my shoes off. And I was just like, whatever.
Whatever, you jerk.
Not really. I was like, okay. And so then I get out, and we're walking down to the beach, and he's acting really weird. He's, like, looking around and stuff. And so we get actually onto the sand. And he keeps directing my vision towards the pier. Because I had noticed that it was something super weird. When we were going down, there was only 2 other people on this beach at this time. And they were, like, walking towards us. And I was like, that's weird. Why are there 2 other people on the beach? Like, there's literally no one else. There's just these 2 people.
Because it's bad weather.
Walking towards us. And I was like, that is so weird. But he keeps, like, trying to direct my attention away from them. He literally, this is what he said. He said, oh, wow, look at that bird. Like, literally. So literally. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's a cool bird.
Yeah, but it's dumb, but Catherine bought it.
Literally, I was like, yeah, that's a cool
She's like,
bird.
oh, look at the bird.
Bernie or whatever his name was, is that you?
Yeah.
Byron, yeah.
Bernie. Oh, Byron.
Yeah, so then he takes my hand, and he's, like, looking at me. And he's like, so, it's 3 years. Do you feel like it's been that long? And I was like, oh, kind of. Yes and no. It feels really long, but it also feels like it's just started, you know? And he's like, I think I'm ready to get married. And I was like, oh, yeah, you think so? And he's like, yeah, are you? And I was like, yeah, I'm ready. And so then he drops down on one knee, and I literally, like, I start bawling my eyes out because there was so much tension from it's going to happen and then it's not going to happen, and now it is actually happening. And so I start crying uncontrollably. And he's like, will you marry me? And I was like,
He's like, I'll take that as a yes.
Yep, so that's how it happened. And those 2 people turned out to be some of his friends who took the pictures and got a whole video of everything happening, which I'm really proud of him for doing that.
Yes.
'Cause that was one of the things that I wanted was pictures and videos.
So did he say yes? I mean, did you say yes?
Yes, I did say yes.
Really?
Did Corey ever think that you were disappointed or, like, acting weird?
I feel
after
like he
that?
could tell that I was
Oh, I'm
upset.
sure, yeah.
Which
Yeah.
made him happy because then he got to surprise me.
Yes, threw
Yeah.
you off the track.
But the
Yep.
surprise didn't end after that, guys.
Okay.
So then we got in the car, and he's like, I have one more surprise for you. And I'm still crying, by the way. And so I was like, okay, cool. And he's like, it's back at my house. And I was like, what could possibly be going on? And in the car ride, which is something really funny, is like, it's like silent, and I'm just like crying, like processing, and all of a sudden I go, "Did you ask my dad?" Like, I was so concerned that he would forget that, and he's like, "Yes, I did," and he's laughing at me because he thinks it's hilarious.
Yeah.
So we finally get to his house and walk in, and it's a giant surprise party with all of our family there to like congratulate us.
Yeah.
So it was really
It's like, hey, been
really
crying your eyes out. Want to go see everyone you know and take a bunch of pictures?
Oh my gosh. But it was so sweet. It was so sweet.
That
He
is
did good.
beautiful.
He
He
did
did
good.
amazing.
So, Catherine, how do you feel about the transition as far as like you are moving out of this house? You are going to move into an apartment. No more mom and dad always taking care of you with everything. Obviously, we're going to be here for you no matter what. But like, it's going to change. It's a huge transition. How do you feel?
I'm really excited. I also have a lot of anxiety towards like what's it going to be like, because Corey leaves really early in the morning, so I'll be waking up alone most of the time, having coffee alone and stuff. So I'm well, yeah, obviously I can come back here for coffee, but like some days that won't be practical for work.
It will be practical every day.
Okay.
You will make it practical.
Mom.
No, but yeah.
So I'm nervous about that, but I'm also really excited to like start life. Like, I've been ready to get married for like a year, 2 years now. Mm-hmm. I think is when I was ready.
Yeah. So how do the rest of you girls feel about Catherine getting married and moving out? What do you think about it?
I'm happy for her. I'm sad she won't be with us as much anymore, but I am really happy for her.
Yeah, I feel basically like the same way.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think I'm really happy for her. I think that, they're a good fit for each other and whatnot, but I do think it's going to be a little sad. I am kind of like a little bit prepared for it just because I don't see you as much because we both work.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think it is going to be different once it actually happens. I'll probably be like,
Yeah,
oh
I
my
think
gosh.
it'll really hit us like at the wedding and like
Yeah.
after the wedding. when
After
we
the
just
wedding.
moved
After
out.
the wedding is
Yeah.
going to be horrible.
Exactly.
We'll have a time of mourning.
Yeah, mommy and daddy
We will
have...
all be wearing black.
Yeah.
We'll have the ice cream freezer stocked.
Yes, good plan. Mommy and daddy have a conference that we're doing in New Mexico like 2 weeks after your wedding.
I think
3?
it's the week after.
Oh, okay.
We're leaving like a week after.
Yeah, so a week after your wedding, we're going to New Mexico, and we built in a week around this conference so that we can mourn and grieve and be sad, but have something to look forward to after this really difficult thing that's going to happen.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so family transitions are really tough for everybody. And while it's exciting and freeing for the child, and that's how you guys are mostly coming at all of your transitions, is like, I'm so excited for independence. It's some more freedom. I'm going to start my life. Going to start my next chapter. There's mostly excitement. But for parents, a lot of times it's very emotional and bittersweet.
Yeah.
Like, we're so proud of you guys for
Like my
everything.
micro breakdown coming out of the apartment.
Absolutely, yeah. So we're so happy for you guys, and yet we also feel a sense of grieving and loss for what we used to be. Like, we just shared all those memories about how, like, we were all together. And for me, it's about you moving as a unit. Like, and I've been dealing with this for the last probably, starting with 3 years ago probably. But it used to be like, okay, everybody, we're leaving at this time. We're all going here. All right, we're done there. Now we're all going here. And we moved as a unit everywhere we went. And for the last 3 years, everybody's been going in different directions, which is difficult. And it's going to be even worse at this next level.
Yeah.
Well, and it's like everybody has their own jobs and different things going on with school and work and everything else. And like even just trying to schedule to record this was like
It was challenging.
it was difficult. It was like rocket science.
Yeah, just to
Like
get
who
all
can be
6
here
of
at one
us-
time for a couple hours
for
to
a
make
couple
sure.
a couple hours, because we're not just talking like 20 minutes. And we do have coffee time every morning. That's our family meeting at 7. But it's not always every one of the
Everybody.
6 of us. So there's
Yep.
a lot of times where it's 5 or 4, or it can be
2.
6. It's never 2. That'd just be you and me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, I'm always here.
Yeah, and I'm glad you are. We want to talk about some practical ways families can stay emotionally connected through these kinds of transitions, okay? And there are some intentional efforts that you can make to support and communicate and spend time with each other. And remember that even small actions can help maintain trust. and stability during these kind of treacherous times of change?
Yeah, so here are some practical ways that families can stay connected through, all this different changes. The first one is have regular conversations. So you set aside time to talk about feelings, challenges, and successes. Honest communication helps everyone feel heard and supported.
Okay.
So one of the things, if you're watching or you're listening, you'll notice a couple of times I've asked the question to somebody like, how does that make you feel? Or how did that make you feel? Because we're moving a little bit deeper. We kind of want to understand where everybody's at emotionally throughout all the different things that are going on.
And that is a question that you will find happening frequently in this house on a regular basis,
There's
right,
a
girls?
lot of feelings happening.
Yeah, well, and that comes with having 4 girls, right?
I have 5.
You have 5 girls. I have 4 girls. All right, so Catherine, setting aside time to talk about feelings and challenges and everything, in what ways do you see that happening in this house?
I definitely think that happens the most during coffee time in the morning. At least when it comes to like the entire family. Now a lot of times me and Mom will have separate talks. Like we went out to dinner the other night for Mother's Day.
Stayed out until like 1 in the morning or
Oh
whatever
my
it was.
goodness.
So
Going
late.
clubbing.
I
and-
never stay out that late, but we
It was
couldn't
like
stop talking.
9:30, almost 10.
I was dead asleep when you got back. I had no
Yes.
idea when you
Were
were
you
in
guys
town.
at Olive
So
Garden, right?
We
Yeah.
were. We talked for.
Shut
we
the
shut them
place
down.
down.
We shut them down.
Yep. Yeah, so that happens. So it can also happen like one-on-one time with parent, child, or whatever. If you have that time, sometimes it's easier to talk more deeply when it's just you and a parent.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely see that. All right, second one.
Maintain routines when possible, like family dinners, movie nights, or shared traditions. They create stability during uncertain times.
Okay. Isabella, how do you see that happening in this house?
We usually have lunch together on Sundays, and then we do watch a lot of movies together.
You did Sheep movie last night without me.
So good.
You didn't want to come. You
Yeah.
I really didn't want to see the Sheep movie, so it was actually a good time because I had men's night out. So
Yeah.
I went and had seafood.
You
and
missed
stuff.
out.
You really did. I think you would like it.
It was
So
an amazing
amazing.
movie.
You would like it, Dad.
So
You
I'm
would,
glad you all liked it, but
no,
it
you would laugh
sounds
at some
dumb.
of them. Please,
And it
no.
had Jack Black in it, right? That was the guy.
And yet you're
No.
watching
No.
Teen Titans
Hugh
go.
Jackman.
I don't think you got
Same
room
thing.
to
Because
talk.
that's funny.
That's dumb.
This was funny.
Da, 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 da.
Dad, you actually need to watch it. I think you would like it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Sometime he'll do that.
Whose birthday is coming up next? Violet? That's what you got to say for your birthday. Dad's got to watch
I'm
the
gonna
Sheep
watch some
Detective.
other movie that's like brand new and like super cool.
All right, Abigail, share with us another idea.
Practicing active listening, full attention when someone's speaking instead of like interrupting or immediately offering solutions.
Okay.
I don't know. I think sometimes we're good at this, but I also think that other times it can be a struggle.
Okay. Do you have an example?
I mean, not necessarily, but I know that, there's a lot of us, so somebody's bound to be interrupted. Somebody's bound to,
Feel left out.
Yeah.
Something or
Yeah,
neglected or something.
and maybe if it's not even on purpose, like if someone has something exciting they want to say, they don't really think, they're just like, oh my gosh, let me say this.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
We got
my
some yappers in the
thoughts.
family for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and we all, because we've been together and done so many things together, when somebody says something, it might remind us of something else, and then we get
Exactly.
excited.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A chain reaction.
Yeah. But we try really hard to be like, oh, you interrupted her. Just wait. And then you'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So it's one of the reasons why even on the podcast, so those of you who are watching on YouTube, we kind of like, hey, just so you know, I want to say something when you're done. We have like little cues to.
We'll touch each other on the shoulder or the back
Or
to let
arm.
people know.
I see that while you guys are like talking with each other, whatever it's called, like while you're speaking.
Yeah. Yep. We put our hand on each other to let the other one know, finish your thought, then I want to say something. That way it prevents interrupting.
I had an idea the other day, and nobody
you
seemed to
did.
like it. It was you have a talking squishmallow.
I like that
idea.
No, I was literally.
That was that group.
Oh.
Yes, group.
I
that's
was
right.
literally about to say, like, where's the Squishmallow when you said that, but I was like, oh no, I need to just
The
shut up.
talking Squishmallow. So if you're holding the Squishmallow, you get to talk.
Yeah.
And if you're not holding it,
I
you
just
want
to keep the Squishmallow though.
I
Yeah,
know.
see, that's why we can't pass it to you then.
You'll never get to talk again.
Another way is using technology to stay in touch, like phone calls or video chats.
Okay.
Phone calls.
Video chats. Did an old woman write that line?
That's what I was thinking, but I didn't want to say anything.
Outsourced
What are
from
they
grandma.
called?
Whoa, FaceTime
FaceTime.
is usually what people call it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry guys, I'm just reading the script. Please don't call me the dummy.
It's like you're a 15-year-old with a 41-year-old woman's spirit inside of you.
Yeah.
You could use the voice chats.
All right. So when have we voice chatted?
Never.
Never, but we have video calls. Actually, it was pretty recently.
Yeah.
Were you guys gone for like a week?
We were in Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were having coffee time without you.
Yeah, which is so sad.
Yeah.
We're like, let's call them, and we
yeah.
started using the whatever that's called.
The filters and
Oh,
stuff,
those are so
and
fun.
they like a little emoji faces.
I was laughing so hard I
I
couldn't
actually,
even talk.
I still have those pictures.
Yeah.
I still have those
They're
pictures.
hilarious. I was laughing
Show
so
one
hard.
to the camera. If you
Yeah,
can
Dad
find it.
looks insane.
So I was
Oh my
talking
gosh.
like an old man and putting the camera up my nose.
Wait,
and
how
all
close
kinds
do
of
I
stuff.
do I just do this?
Yeah, just hold it up. It's fine. They can see it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That got real close.
Yeah.
We were laughing too because he's like on purpose, like trying to act like he doesn't know what he's
Here's
doing.
mom laughing super wide.
Yep.
Oh my
Because you
I made
like
sure to get photo evidence.
you see the more seasoned people who are looking down like this.
Yeah, that's how they
So
look
their
at
phones like all up
Yeah.
in their neck meat.
Several chins.
As a 41-year-old woman, I'm young enough to know that I don't want to hold the phone here, but I'm old enough to have to hold it up here so I don't have neck meat underneath.
I don't think you have neck.
You know what we should try sometime? Is like a family conference call.
Oh,
so
that
like-
would go so poorly.
Like Zoom?
No, like it's a phone call, but you can
Yes.
add
Oh,
everybody.
yeah.
into the phone.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay,
let's
that would be
schedule
fun.
it. August 28th.
That's not a good day for me. Catherine's busy.
August 29th.
That's not a good day for me either.
How about we do it before?
We can
My
include
gosh.
Corey into the phone call.
Doing a six-way phone call the day after you get married would absolutely make him freak out that like I have made a huge mistake.
Yeah.
If you call us on your honeymoon, the first day of your honeymoon, he will definitely know he made a mistake.
Yeah.
Could we make this call a text, perhaps?
Nope, gotta be a
because
phone
then
call.
you won't answer.
No, because you'll
voice
just
it.
delete it or block it. We
No,
don't-
she'll silence the group chat. She silences
You
it.
definitely did.
I don't have any group chat silenced. That's Catherine. Okay. She has silenced.
Don't
group
tell
chat.
which one.
I don't.
Yeah, don't
silence
say which
them.
one.
Don't.
I don't silence them.
Nobody's allowed.
You just
to
don't look at
silence.
it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Hours.
If I get off of work at midnight and I have 40-something texts, I'm not reading all of those.
No.
Even though it's her family.
I'm not reading all of those, and I'm not on my phone at work like
Yeah, I
some
would
people
do
might
that.
be. So,
So texts and group messages help families remain close when separated by distance, such as during college or work transitions. We're often sending memes and gifs and photos and
Constantly.
all kinds of stuff.
Reels or whatever.
Crazy stuff.
Definitely. All right. The next one. Here's another thing that you can do. This is a practical idea. Show appreciation and encouragement. So simple words of support, praise, or gratitude strengthen emotional bonds. In what ways do you see this happening in our house, girls? Like encouragement, gratitude, anything? Everybody's like, no.
Well, I saw something just this morning. Violet would peeked her up the stairs, or something happened, and she was asking Abigail if she needed help or anything. And she was like, "No, thank you." I don't remember what it was about.
Oh wait,
Was it last night?
I think that
or
was with the shower. She
it
asked
last
if I
night?
needed anything from the shower
Oh
before
yeah,
she like
every
went
time
in.
before I shower, you have to do this. Like it's a rule. Like
Yeah, people will get
Um,
pissed off.
Yeah, you have to ask everybody, like all four of the girls, obviously not mom and dad, because mom's mad because she said piss. On
Yeah,
the
yeah.
podcast.
hey, there are worse.
I didn't know that was not allowed.
Oh, sorry.
You all know I hate that term.
As soon as she said it, I was like, "Oh, mom's about to crash out."
Oh yeah,
I didn't know. I looked over and Dad's like
Mom's
smiling
like,
goofy at me. I'm like, what the crap? Like I didn't even. Do
I
anything.
am angry.
Sorry, I actually didn't mean to. I didn't.
That's super funny.
I hate that term.
But anyway,
You could say it pisses you off.
Hey! No. Violet is trying. No, you be quiet. Violet is trying to.
I think some
share-
interrupting's happening.
She is trying to share the rule.
Yes.
So you have to ask everyone before your shower because we only have one bathroom for 4 girls. So I ask every time, does anybody need anything out of the bathroom before I take a shower? And I do that to everyone, even if I have to call them or text them, because every time I don't, they're like, you didn't ask me, I didn't hear you. Even though they were like this far away from me, and I said, hey, you need anything from the shower? And they're like, and then I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go take a shower. And then they pound on the door and like, I need in, why didn't you ask me? I was like, I asked you. But also encouragement while all 3 of us are working at like a paint job. Like almost every time I always say, Dad, your work, like the walls look nice that you painted, and like, Mom,
Yep.
you did good work,
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So for time's sake, we're going to jump down, girls, and let's go to sharing some scriptural principles.
Oh, yes. So, practical ways are good, but we always need to look at what the Bible says about transitions and everything, and one of the main things is trusting God through change. So Hebrews 13:8 says, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. So that gives me a lot of like reassurance, because like a lot of stuff is changing, especially for me. So it's nice to know that I have someone who never changes and I can lean on in times of change.
I love that. That is one of my very favorite verses. It is one of my favorite attributes of God, is that he stays the same, because I don't like change. Everybody knows that. I do not like change. And his character, his faithfulness, they remain constant. Who God is remains constant. So even if life is a little chaotic, I can go back to God. I can go back to Jesus, the Holy Spirit, and I can lean into him and trust him during these difficult times.
Yeah.
Thanks,
So
Violet.
families should support one another. It says, bear one another's burdens and so fulfill the law of Christ, Galatians 6:2. And I think one of the best ways to do this is maybe not even doing anything, but just listening to when someone is like frustrated or something's irritating them, because there's a lot of stuff that you can't really tell to other people, but you can tell your family, like, this thing is really pissing me off. Sorry. If this thing is irritating me greatly.
Thank you. Thank you. I approve. Mom approved. Stamp.
As the oldies say it. So that can be like very helpful, just so that way you don't have to carry that around inside. You can be like, this is so stupid.
Yeah.
Vent.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you get to vent to us?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like Isabella is a world-class venter, especially about work.
Well, they're doing it to themselves. I'm sorry.
But we do. We're there for you to listen to when things are frustrating, and I know that you're there to listen to us when things are frustrating for us.
Well, and this verse is a great encouragement for families to walk through challenges together instead of facing them alone. Like, we're always going to be in seasons of transition in our life. Life's always constantly changing, but it is nice to know that we are here for each other through it all. So
Absolutely.
even as you girls like grow up and get married and move out, we're still here. Still here. All right, who's next?
Rejoice with those who rejoice, weep with those who weep. Romans 12:15.
This verse teaches us empathy and emotional support, sharing in both the joys and the sorrows to each other.
Mm-hmm. All right. Do we do that in this house?
I think
Yeah.
so. Mm-hmm. Just yesterday, actually, Mom had something happen that she was upset about, so she just came into my room. I was just chilling before we were gonna go watch an Amazing Sheep movie, and so she was just like, "Can I share something with you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, always." So we talked it out, and I can't do anything about this situation, but I was just like, I'm sorry, that really sucks, but God's got everything,
Yep.
and it helps just to hear that from somebody else.
Yes, it does. Was a very big help.
So whether your family is navigating growing kids, changing roles, launching young adults, or emotional shifts in the home, we want to encourage you to communicate honestly and stay connected through every season.
And maybe you are like us and you are in the middle of transitions, multiple transitions. We want to offer you a little extra help more than just this podcast, because most of it was storytelling and goofing around like all of our family meetings when I try to get us to the content.
But
that's
it's
really
a little
important.
change. That's why it's a 300th episode.
Yeah.
That's 3 times now Mom said her catchphrase. Anyone counting?
What was my catchphrase? Which one?
You've said it 3 times now. Every time.
Every family meeting. I try to get it. Okay. So if you need a little more help, we have something that we want to offer you. This is a bonus resource. It's called Family Transitions Conversation Guide. And all you have to do is email us at info@familymeeting.org. We will send this guide to you and it can help you. There was other stuff that we had that we could have said about practical ideas through transitions. We had more we wanted to talk about communication, but we don't want this episode to go into next year, so we're going to cut it off. But this bonus guide can help you. So just email us at info@familymeeting.com and .org, and we will send that to you.
So, yeah, .org. So, family meeting tonight, you're going to sit down with your family and just talk about what are the changes that your family's going through right now and how can you be a help, support, encouragement. Make sure you're checking in with everybody to see how they're doing and feeling during each of these different changes that are happening. It'll be a conversation that'll help draw your family closer together.
Thank you all for joining us today for this very special 300th family meeting.
So I just want to say this to the girls. We're at episode 300. We're 6 years into the podcast now.
That's crazy.
It is crazy, but I want to say how awesome you girls have been through this whole journey. It's been so much fun. It's been exciting. You have helped us to learn and grow as people, as followers of Jesus. And we are super excited for all the different things that are going on in your lives. And
You're welcome.
We'll catch back up Mom's Crying, episode 400, 2 years from now. We'll see
If
all
we
the
can
different
get everyone
changes.
together.
If we all survive.
What?
Someone's
named
tearing up.
Catherine gets in a car accident.
What?
Why Catherine?
Said
What?
if we make it. She said if we make it.
Yes, why did you choose Catherine to kill off?
I don't know.
And why did it happen on August 27th?
That got
Of this year.
Oh, that feels like some sort of Misery type. You know the movie Misery, remember?
Mom was crying. We had to bring her back.
Daddy's going to be a dirty bird. Dirty birdie. Remember from Misery?
No, Dad didn't watch Misery because he's fake.
You did
Yeah.
too, didn't you?
That is fake.
Where she
That movie
kept him
is
in her
goated.
house by like breaking his leg.
I mean, I've seen it, but
Yeah.
yes.
So
Yeah, he
good.
didn't watch it with
We're
us.
not going to do that to you, baby. We're going to let you leave.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I would just watch Violet.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Yeah.
you're on the list.
Yeah.
All right. To find more content and information Lysander can provide, you can go to our website, familymeeting.org. What are we going to talk about next time?
Next time, we want you to come in and join us for our next family meeting.
So I want to say this. This is episode 300, very special episode. We're obviously in our kitchen with all of us together. New set, new everything in the very next episode, 301. So be switching things up.
What could it be?
It's going to be epic, y'all. But we do want to invite you to join us for that next family meeting. It will look different and be better than ever. And we are going to have an epic discussion about sex ed. We want to share with you the education on sex you wish
Stop
you had
saying that!
received in high school.
Stop saying that.
We got him, baby. Yeah, we're going to talk about sex next
Stop.
week. Hey, do you guys want to be on next week's
Oh,
episode?
kill me now.
Violet gets super weird anytime anybody says sex.
No.
And then she also asks follow-up questions, and all of her sisters are like, stop asking questions. You did this to yourself.
Don't like that
Yeah.
word.
So that'll be next week. Thanks for joining us today for this very special family meeting. Have a great week, everybody. This meeting is adjourned.